Well, if it's such an incredible job, then why haven't you taken it, my bruv?
You're right. Hey, sir, can I be a guard? I'll take it. I want all the money in the world.
And then I'm gonna quickly stand up, seeing what's happening, go like,
Do 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 do. Okay, there we go. Fucking behave yourself, OBS. There we are. Perfect. Just gonna update those Twitch panels real quick. This bagel is fantastic. It's I think it's an everything bagel, but it's got like little bits of garlic and stuff in it and poppy seed. I think that's just the everything bagel. But then I've got a garlic and herb chevier on it because you guys know I'm obsessed with goat cheese. Guys, why didn't you tell me all of this text was like super hard to read? Yeah, my roommate was like, I want to bite, but She has this aversion to goat cheese for some reason, which is silly. Goat cheese is delicious. Let's see. It's good. Michigan? Oh, they absolutely sell goat cheese in Michigan. Yeah, there's tons of goat cheese places. There are. Which part of the mitten are you in again? Like, roundabout? Yeah. It's like a specific way they do goat cheese that I really like. Chezre. It's great. I put it on everything. That's the kind of goat cheese I'm going to make, by the way, when I get goats. So it's like you take the goat's milk and then you drain out, you like separate it. Oh, closer to the top. Yeah, I think I saw some over there. But you take the goat milk and then you separate it out. And then just the plain one, I usually put like a dollop of that into my pasta sauces to make it a little bit creamier. But the garlic and herb one I put on like bagels or no, what else do I put? I actually also put that on toast and then I put like my pasta sauce on top of it if I don't feel like roasting garlic. It's really good. I'm so glad I figured out how to make these transparent book mock-ups because they look so much better than what I was using before. Everything's just getting better all the time, you guys. Okay. Now, that was Canvas Sans. Perfect. So I'm gonna download those. Replace those on Twitch. I'll pop over to this one. Might as well make my face gigantic. There we are. Nope. Just no. No, stop that. Go to the channel like I asked you to. Oh, okay. Never mind. It did exactly what I asked. No. Add image. I thought I downloaded these. Where the hell did those go? Oh no. Where'd all the goth baddies go? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys an option, once you guys flood in here, on whether or not we're gonna do goth baddies or conspiracies with the government. Then we'll let the people decide. Since y'all want to clown me on the Discord. Yeah, I think that's fine. Open that up. Perfect. These are what I wanted. Whoop. Okay, so that one's updated. Yeah, those look like they're the same. That one's updated. Yoop. So now those don't look like poo. That's fixed. Okay, that one's fine. Oh, guys, we only have 16 more followers until we hit 100 on Twitch. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Now I need to finish the goals panel. Elements. Progress bar. Tan and orange, I think. Except, how do I edit this? Okay. It's going to be all difficult for some reason. What was the other thing I was going to have you guys make me do? Okay. How do I... Trying to get like Ash Larry and be the greatest dice player in all the world. Dice like craps or dice like D&D. Hmm. Okay. I think that's probably a good panel. Okay, download that. So I do buy fancy gochis. Hello, hello. So I also, that was just the appetizer. I also made a delicious squash chili. I probably should have added more squash to this, but okay. There's this thing called a delicata squash, and it's hubby's favorite squash, and it's so delicious. I'll pop that in the Discord. Also, if you're new here, I definitely recommend joining the Discord. I'm on there every single day, and I have a stream chat in there while I embed little things because I don't quite have the tech know-how to drop those into stream. And if I'm being honest, I don't know that I'll ever gain that skill. So pop back over to here. Twitch, hello, yes, things are good. Bird flock site. To read. Discord, what's this one do? I'll just add that. Maybe here. Why do they look like that? I don't know. But they're really good. They're fantastic. You don't even have to put sugar on them. So they're the hardest thing to grow. Everything wants to eat them. But they're fantastic. So I just put them whole into the Instapot for like 8 minutes on high pressure with a little bit of water. Then when that's done, oh, I just realized I didn't turn any of the lights on here. It's probably dark as hell. All right, one sec. I was not prepared for an impromptu stream. I have like 10 billion things I have to remember to do. So I think that's the only one I'm going to turn on. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, at least it's not so dark. So I take the squash, I put it in the Instapot for 8 minutes, then I take it out, I cut both ends off, cut it down the middle, then I scoop out all of the seeds for the chickens, which is how I got waylaid earlier. And then I just flip it over and peel the skin off, and then chuck it into the pot. And then I cooked up some nice ground turkey, tomatoes, celery. I was going to put jalapenos in this, but then I remembered that nobody can make me. So I just put a little bit of cayenne pepper in here instead. I did bell pepper. I think this one will be in the recipe book for the cookbook. But it's really good. It's got beans in it. Oh, what else did I put in here? Beans, paprika. This is that delicious squash bit. And it's like, it's just like, I feel like it's a marriage between like a butternut squash and an acorn squash. The spicy salsa I'm forced to make. I make it against my will. And I'll be doing that tomorrow as well. Except we have plenty of hot salsa because I made a billion of them. So tomorrow I'll be making predominantly mild and majority medium salsa. That's what I got roped into, but it's fine. But I thought about making an ad. Please stop buying this salsa. Please stop buying it 3 or 4 at a time because I have other shit that I want to do. But I just don't think people would get my humor in that because the problem is people keep buying it. But that's a good thing. That's not necessarily a problem, but hey, stop that. You're not being very kind to the other people that want to eat it when you buy it 4 at a time. Limit 1 per customer, you know what I mean? And the hot salsa people are like fanatics. The hot salsa people are the craziest ones of the whole bunch. They're like, it's not even hot. I'm like, go ahead, crack it open. Go ahead. No, I want to watch you eat it. I want to watch you eat it. And when you struggle to breathe when you're telling me about how not hot this salsa is, then I'll feel wholly vindicated. And I'll charge you like $8.50. A bay leaf or oregano. I forgot to pull the bay leaves out of here. Some guy came in the other day and he bought 4 huckleberry pies, which is crazy. Our huckleberry pies, just for reference, are like $50. Because I'll give the rest of you guys the benefit of the doubt that you don't understand why that is, but huckleberries are super hard to get, and you can't cultivate them. They have to be grown in high elevation in the woods, and people pick them, but I think in certain states you have to have like a special license to do so. Like the whole thing. So we pay a king's ransom every season to get enough huckleberries to make huckleberry pies all year. So the other day, this super fit guy comes in, and he's like, I would like 3 huckleberry pies. And I was like, oh, okay, sounds good. And he goes, you know what? Better give me 4. And I was like, what are you doing with these pies? I need to know. That is a suspicious amount of pies to be ordering all together. It's like that, I'll find it for you and put it in the Discord, but it's like that meme where there's all these raccoons in a trench coat and they're asking for hard-boiled eggs, and then they ask for too many hard-boiled eggs. And they're like, hold on a minute. This is an imposter. Where's my meme folder? I'll find it. Ah, found it. I'll put that in the stream chat. Raccoon in a trench coat. 1 egg. Waiter. 1 egg. You're not from around here, are you? Raccoon. 2 eggs. Ah, yes, normal quantity of eggs. 5 eggs. Actually, might be a raccoon. I also find it interesting that you mixed huckleberry and blueberry pie, because that's like an old school scam tactic. Is you buy huckleberry stuff that says it's huckleberry, because there's a majority of it is huckleberry. There's like 30% huckleberry in it, but then people put blueberries in there, which is why if you've ever had pure huckleberries and then you get something that's like huckleberry flavored and it tastes kind of like watered down or super lemony, then that's what's happened. Whereas all of our stuff is pure huckleberry, which costs a fortune to create. So if you guys ever want to try huckleberry jam, you hit me up, because we ship jams in packs of 3. And it costs almost as much as a pie, I think, depending on where you live. But it's really good. Hello, love. Have you retrieved my heaty blanket?
Yes.
And my water bottle?
Yes. Oh, no.
Yes.
I never even saw the water bottle. You should have said something.
I texted
There's
you.
a bunch of packages. No, no.
However, am I supposed to hydrate without my water bottle? Okay. How's that Twitch panel look? Let's give that a little look. See how that goes. You know what? Not bad. Oracle quick pull. Alright, you got it. Stay there, soup. I feel like I should put that panel elsewhere for it to be prettier. I'm getting better at shuffling these. Can't really do a bridge, they're too big. Oh, hey, Cryptid, what's up? I like that new tattoo you got. Cryptid's doing Inktober a little differently than the artist. Also, we had another instance of the corn ghost. It turned off our cooler. It like knocked off a piece of aluminum at like exactly 5:30 in the morning, which nobody's up there at 5:30 in the morning. So then I was like, hey, you know there's a corn ghost, right? And they're like, what? And then I sent them the timestamp when we were talking about it. Because there was nobody up there. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the kids, like they just knocked something over or whatever. But nope. At 5:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. exactly. There's always something weird going on up there. And it's only for like certain people that are up there too. It doesn't happen with like there's like 2 or 3 of my coworkers that I guess either they're not paying attention or it doesn't happen on their shifts. So we're trying to isolate like what the deal is with that. And if at first I thought, oh well, it's like the AC and stuff, but like the AC is off when this is happening. Okay, top, middle, or bottom split max. That's not bad at all. Bottom split. Okay. All right. You got leaves, renewal, revival, progress. So one of the cool things about leaves that all of the ecology people like kind of gripe about is you're not supposed to collect all of your leaves out of your backyard in the fall because that's how insects and stuff build up their numbers. So if you're trying to, nice. Do you know somebody that's like tattooing? Like, do you got a hookup or? I mean, you know, you don't gotta put them on blast if you want, but I'm just trying to see how you living. So, all the like nature crunchy munchy people are like, oh, don't don't collect your leaves or whatever. But at the last house that I lived at, they hadn't had anybody do any landscaping for 5 years on that place. And so when I got there, it took me 3 solid months of my trash can, my compost bin, and 2 of my neighbors' compost bin to clear all of the pine needles from the backyard. And we had a terrible, terrible insect problem. So I think that only really applies to people that are like rural and have the space. Because if you're doing those things in like suburbia, I think it's actually kind of bad to do. Like it's not good for the soil health to have not enough insects, but it is good to not give all of your neighbors ant problems and like we had like terrible, terrible earwig problems and stuff like that. But the fall is great for doing projects and stuff. Like I feel inspired as hell to finish writing the new book. In fact, I think I was talking about it on the earlier stream today. This is like within a couple of days of my 1-year anniversary of starting Bite. The very first voice memo I have on here is like October. No, Runts, that's mommy's soup. Pig boy. Oh, nice. Cool, cool. Because I was trying to see if it was like, we have like Friday the 13th flash sales, but I don't think there's a Friday the 13th this month. I wonder why that became like the day for like flash sales for tattoo people. Like, what's the lore behind that, I wonder? This is so good. Again, though, I think I should have added more squash. Is that a little Pikachu eating jam? What is that? Is that a Pikachu eating salsa? Like mythology, famous tale recounts how Loki, the trickster god, crashed a banquet, making him the 13th guest, leading to chaos and the death of Balder. Oh, nice, nice. Pikachu eating noodles. I always wish I'm eating noodles. Noodles are tasty. Oh, I did this wrong again. I always think that the top of this thing is the bottom. Oh, I'll shuffle it back in here. Oh, I didn't notice there's like a little chrysanthemum on the side of this. That's cute. I like the little forest scenes in that deck. It's nice. Nice. I think I need more protein. One sec. I'll be right back. Ooh, I wonder if I can make. Hold on. I'm kind of new to using this whole throne thing, which, by the way, another shout out to you guys. Oh, honey, actually, do you have those packages?
Yeah.
Will you retrieve them for me?
Yes.
Will you retrieve them for me?
Yes,
There's a secret surprise in there that I think will delight you.
Okay, well, let's see.
I was gonna debut it tomorrow, but I have to do this stupid cooking thing tomorrow, so it's not stupid. I love being gainfully employed, but it pisses me off switching my schedule around. Autismo does not deal well with change. Yeah. So, put a pin in the throne thing for a minute. No, get out of here. Stop that business. Why do you guys make me do moderation stuff? Get out of here. Oh, nice. What are you gonna get? Max is getting a tattoo. Okay, so I don't have the logo visible on this, do I? Because Raw, and by extension, Team Savage, are on my naughty list right now because it turns out they are not. Oh, Flaming Skull, nice. We're a big fan of skulls in this community. But they haven't given me my discount code, which really irks me. But they're like, oh, well, we don't give anyone a code. You guys all have a unique code, but we're not going to do the follow through, which first of all, if you've ever had to make like promo codes or whatever, like I've had to in the past for different things, it costs $0 to make a custom code for stuff, and it creates value in people's different communities and stuff. So for like no overhead on their aspect, they could make all of that. It's just ridiculous. So I do love this product, but they're really handicapping me on marketing it to you guys. It's delicious. Even after that like super savory soup is really tasty actually. I'm gonna just take a little nip off of that. Let's see. Maybe I want this panel to be, can I move these? See what that looks like. I hate that. I hate that a lot. What if I put it on the bottom? Do I hate that a little less? Perfect, perfect. I think it's this one. Nice. So, this is the official first gift on the stream, and I think it's hilarious. So in honor of all of our conspiracy talk, or all of my conspiracy talk, let's be real. It finally came, though. He's blind, so I have to hold it way longer. Ooh, it's warm out too. Excellent. This is funny. AE got this. Now, I wonder if I can do like a recommendation thing on Throne 2, or if that's a different thing. Dude, it came. It finally came. Oh, no. No, don't. Hold on. Okay, there we go. See, this is why I like a calibration system. So, like, I have, is it right here? I have a rib tattoo, and that one was like a 5 or a 6, like, depending, out of like 10. It wasn't great, but at certain points, like, I was laughing, like, it tickled. But I think it's probably, the closer it is to a bone, the worse it will hurt. Also, that's why if you got a tattoo along your spine or your lower back where you don't have a lot of fat, it'll hurt because, nerve endings and stuff. Now, if my cousin hadn't pawned my record player, I'd be able to play Huel's Gift, and we'd be listening to a beautiful rendition of Peter and the Wolf right now. But I still hate these Twitch panels. I don't like that at all. What if I make another panel? And I do that. Will that fix it? God, I really hate this. 2, 2, 2. I don't like that. How does it look? Yeah, the shading was the best part. Except, I think I've already told some of you guys this, but when I got my tattoo, I was wearing a bikini, which was completely unnecessary, I guess. But I wanted them to have like the most access to that area. And I locked this shoulder, and after I was there for like 4 hours or something like that to get it done. And it was, I think all said and done, it cost me like $400 or something like that to get this little thing. And so the whole time I've got my arm just like locked in. And then after everything was all said and done, tattoos all good, I took a whole week off of work because they were like, don't go anywhere. And I took that very much to heart. And for a month, this arm was numb because I'd pinched a nerve in my arm. And I was like, yeah, sometimes guys, I was trying to relate to my friends. I was like, yeah, guys, when you get a tattoo and you go completely numb for a month, and they're like, no, that's not what are you talking about? And I was like, no, you guys know, like, come on. And they're like, yeah, we have no idea what you're talking about. You should seek medical help. And I was like, fine, I guess. So it turns out that wasn't cool and great. But, we made it through it. I think if I had to do it over again, I would probably get a different tattoo. I'm not like super crazy about this one. But maybe I'll get it touched up in the future. Do something a little bit more on brand. I like that one better. Yeah, this is, I guess, mostly just going to be me fixing all of these panels on here that are driving me ballistic. All right, is this better? Yeah, somehow I hate that even more. I'm gonna go back. I added a panel on here, and that was my mistake. I can just remove that, I guess. Don't need that one. Do I want this one maybe over here? And that one also over there. Maybe I've solved it. Uh-oh. Where did it go? Oh, that's what I did. I didn't save it. Okay. Now let's see if this is as pretty as I want it to be. Well, well, it's not terrible, but I do need to swap those two. Where's the Spotify? Discord. Okay. That's not bad. Now, how does it look on mobile? Okay, so that one's good. And now I just need to fix the... Are you guys liking the rewards so far? Do you guys feel fulfilled in the rewards? Power-ups and channel points. I've been having a lot of time making them. Community challenge. Can I have them reoccur? I think that would be good. What was the other thing that I was going to have you guys remind me to do? Okay, so add community challenge. A monster thing. Oh my god, I actually saved something for you, Max, specifically. So I was looking at this video earlier. I spent the entire video watching it, and it is about how centaurs have to be thick. Nope, not that. Well, where's that? Where's that? I'm gonna send that to the group chat. So, in order to accommodate the body mass, they would have to have muscles like a giraffe. Oh wait, I can't copy and paste from my phone to the Discord. Duh. Let me pop that in the stream chat. It was super cool. So they'd have to have like just a huge back end on them to accommodate the weight that the front half would have. And then they would also have to have muscles that connect from the human half of the torso to the back like a giraffe and it has like a keel bone kind of right here so that all of the muscles can attach to it and keep it from when it's running, it would have to be tilted slightly forward or it would just like fall end over end. It was a good video. I can't say that I've thought that much about centaurs, but big fan of that. Why? Okay. Let's get into and delay the book club. Whip me back on track. Nice. Background color. Let's do. Get out of there. I think Riley Reed is pink, if I recall. Female centaurs. They'd have to, I mean, same. I mean, all that same business would be in the back, would it not? I think the male centaurs would have to be thicker, if I'm being honest, because it's a counterbalance weight thing. Is okay. I gotta make these goals bigger. Create, because you guys are just blowing through goals. I don't understand the currency system in here. Okay, so it only lets me do max limit reached. Okay, so that one's completed. Save that one, and then they're hidden. Oh, hello, hello. Okay, now that one's going to be another 10,000. But this one is going to be Amazon orange-ish. I mean, I would imagine so. Have you ever seen like, okay, so going back into like horse knowledge or whatever, there's like when horses like canter or whatever, those little muscles right there, they kind of like wiggle. So I would imagine that if they had them higher up on like the person torso, I think that they would also do so. If I had to take a guess. Riley reviews. I want some icons. Why are there not enough icons ever on Twitch? Twitch, make more icons. Yeah, we'll just leave those as the defaults for now. Birthdays. 30 days. Great. Can I restart these? Okay. Restart those. Okay. So I fixed the roles on Discord. So I made it so that I can tell by color what you guys' star signs are so that we can do cosmic racism. Adorable. Adorable. Greatest dice player. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Is that old school Chappelle? Damn.
No. No.
Nice. Just let him get you. Oh, what is he doing? What is this insane cat doing?
No.
Runs, honey, come here. Are you getting in trouble?
Go over there next to Mama.
Come here, Runs. Are you in trouble?
Fighting.
Yeah, don't bite daddy, Runs. That's only for mommies. Don't do it, Runs. Just 'cause you're cute doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. Except most of the time. Most of the time you can do whatever you want. Come here. Come here and let me get you. Oh, also, this is also not a paid endorsement, but hubby likes to get protein powder all over the friggin' place. So I'm going to be trying out these little cups. So in theory, you scoop up all your protein powder and then you just dunk it right into the thing. You don't have to have a secondary funnel step where all of the powder gets all over the friggin' place. So I will be keeping you guys updated on how these are doing in the I want to say it's gym things. Gym type things. In the Discord. Runts is innocent, you're correct. Don't hubby, they say don't slander Mr. Runts. Mr. Runts is innocent.
He bit me and clawed me.
You bit daddy? You bit daddy? Is mommy moving up a rank? Fine. Here are your protein thingies. Keep me updated actually on those. Okay. And then I also I guess it's like an opening haul today. Ooh, I do like these packaging. That's false. Runts didn't do it. Okay. So I tried to buy thermals because it's cold as fuck up here in the mountains in the winter. And everything I found was all made out of plastic. But these, it looks like they've made everything into these little recyclable bags. I'm going to double up on this actually. So it's like a papery covering. Let's see. Oh, nice. I got a nice thermal. Let's try this on. Now, I don't need all those layers. What I needed to know is if the small was the correct size because my deceptively large rack would have suggested that I should buy a medium, but hubby was like, you should do a small. I'm pretty sure you're a small. So that's what I got on these. So this is so warm. It's like impossible to find stuff that's actually made of cotton, which I was talking about the other day. I was like, we don't even have people pick the cotton anymore. Why is it so freaking expensive? Like a machine is doing this. And then my room was like, oh, well, machines need maintenance. And I was like, that sounds like propaganda. If we're using slave labor to manufacture it, why is it so expensive? And if we're not using slave labor to do it, and we're using machine labor, why is it so expensive? You know what I mean? It's just like almost an all profit business. It's absolutely ridiculous. But, so good. Anyway, so thankfully I found some clothes that'll actually keep me warm, which is going to be really, really nice because it's freezing up here. Pro clanker talk. Listen, if needs must us have slaves, I would prefer them to be clankers. That's all I'm saying. I would treat my clankers well. They would be efficient. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mistreat them. I'm not pro clanker, but I do think that people are lazy sometimes. And if I can abuse a robot in the sanctity of my own home, I'm absolutely going to do that. You guys do not want to hear how I talk to my robots in private. It's disgusting, honestly. You guys would cancel me for sure. I'd be like, what do you mean you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you right now? I was being pretty specific. I was like, listen, you dirty wireback. I told you that this is how I needed to schedule my day, and you've ruined it. You're a terrible secretary. Now, I would never speak to a human being like that because, first of all, if your human secretary doesn't understand what you've told them, then yelling at them and being crazy isn't going to solve that problem. It's clearly either a skill issue or like a passive perception issue. And I don't think that that can be resolved by mistreating them. And if you just have some sicko secretary that needs to be mistreated to do things, then you're in the wrong industry and you should never give them something outside of their wheelhouse to complete. You can't really reward incompetence, but you also can't necessarily punish it either. If it is true incompetence, weaponized incompetence, I should be allowed to beat you bloody about. I should be allowed to whip you unmercifully about. But we don't do that anymore. Like, I used to have this one bouncer that would just like hang out in the dressing room, and I'm like, dude, I'm busy right now. Like, you're in my space. And everybody thought he was doing it just to be a pervert, but the real worst part of it is he's just lonely and he wants to talk. And he's not really being a creep, although he is like peeping what's about. But like his true motive and intention was not of evil, it was out of loneliness. And so I'm not going to be like, he's a creep that's just back here to do all this business. But what I did do is I took a horse crop and I beat the shit out of him. Because one, as I am hoping that you guys are starting to come to terms with this, I love justified violence. It is one of the few treats in the world for someone as wrathful as I. And when he would go back there, I'd just be like, every time you come back here when you're not meant to be back here, I'm going to beat you with a riding crop. And he was like, hey, whoa, chill, chill. And then my actual boss showed up and he was like, Riley's beating me with a whip. And he looks over and he's like, Riley, why are you beating him with a whip? And I'm like, because he's bothering me while I'm trying to get ready. This is ridiculous. And he's like, well, I mean, she does have a point. And that's my favorite answer to any time I've been out of pocket is, well, she has a point. There's like, I mean, I don't even think cocaine has a high like that, you guys. It's just, so just delicious. I could eat that breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, for sure. Oh, it really is my favorite. Okay. So we did all of the, where did I put my phone? Which is essential for this next task. Oh, found it. Okay. If your secretary is a freak and loves being punished. If my secretary is a freak and loves being punished, they're going to have to find some things that aren't, like, crucial and essential to fuck about with. Because I'll lose patience way before I probably ought to. I don't have, like, a real high tolerance for nonsense. I need... How come I never have any battery on any of my electronics? It's just, like, cursed to have fantastic ideas and never have any battery on anything to produce them out on. This is part of the reason why podcasting was such a hassle, is I'd get ready to podcast, everything is on like 2% battery. Oh, what was I doing the other day? I was playing like Dixieland on my phone or something because I confused Dixieland with, there is like a Southern battle song or something like that that has something about them strapping like explosive devices to an alligator, and I was trying to figure out what the cadence and the rhythm of that was. And so I'm looking up all of these like battle songs, and I went to go show my friends something on my Spotify, and I was like, oh, maybe I better not do that. I'm not going to beat any of the allegations, surely. But I had a whole, see, me and my other friend Max had a theory that his child would only dance to like Irish fight songs. So stuff like the Black and Tans and Kinky Boots and stuff like that. Like that was, he would just like jump around to it and stuff. And it's as though this child just inherently in his bones knew his culture. And so I should try playing some old like maybe Israel songs to see if I can see if he has any latent genes. But let's see how that looks on the mobile app so I can move on from hyper focusing about my Twitch panels. About novel goals. Okay, yeah, that's in order. I want the Discord to be above the Spotify though. How do I do that? Oh, that's great, Case. Yeah, I really like the Black and Tans one. We used to just like bump that one in the studio. That one was really fun. I don't think a Black and no, I opened Spotify again. God damn it. I really need to have two monitors. That's the goal, guys, because there's just too many things going on the one. And then I get all backwards. Channel down to the about. It was Spotify and Discord. I wanted to swap because I guess that shows up differently on mobile. And most of the guys are on mobile, yeah. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Where's yeah, so I guess I was a little premature on that. Nope. Right there is where it goes. Discord, Spotify. Okay. So that's how it wants to be. And then that should be all dandy on here. Okay, perfect. So most of you guys are on mobile when you guys watch, yes? Yes or yes? Or are you guys watching on your computers? Yes. Yeah, I think that's all. I think that's all Gucci on the Twitch. Nice. Okay, so find familiar. Let's see who's about. One moment. Yeah. He's hunting a mouse, so he really resents being here. Everybody just wants to see how adorable you are, Mr. Kitty. Yeah. He's been doing this thing for the past several months where he'll beg for food, and then when I crack him open a can, he shares it with his brother and his little brother-in-law. Yeah, that's you, Mr. Kitty. That's your handsome little face. Yeah, yes, you can go back to the hunt. It's like, how dare you? Now my sister has the superior position on the mouse. Unbelievable. Yeah, so everything's on mobile. Okay, so I have the Discord link. Yeah, that one's Fatty. They were both in my mace training thing today. Let's see. Did that even go up on Twitch, or is this thing gonna cuck me again every time I do that? Okay, just under this one. And is it not gonna show me? Channel. I guess it's not gonna show me on there. So, huh, and he really poofed me. Videos. Okay, yeah, so that popped up. Excellent. I don't like that it adds the viewer count on there, though. That one's mostly for me to keep. An error has occurred. It won't let you play this. Okay, whatever. But it looks like that popped up on there. Did it go on the YouTube? More videos. Okay, excellent. And did you guys see I switched the thumbnails on the lives? Perfect. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So in the chat, now that a couple of you guys are in here, are we going to do one for goth chick dating and two for conspiracy corner? I'll give you guys 3 minutes because that's my favorite number to decide. And then whoever has the most, that's what we'll do. I'll get that all queued up for you guys. Do, do, do. Nope, this is the one I needed. Okay. Let's do one. Or I guess I should do that on there. Oh, yep. Yep. Chat, there we go. I'm gonna restart that timer. Nice. That one. Oh, is this on Goodreads actually? Nice, excellent. Good work. Why does this have such bad reviews? Okay, so nobody seems to have any issue with the information within it. They have an issue with this guy's ability to craft a story. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. But I did find the book. Excellent. Okay. So looks like we're gonna go with option 1. We'll go into that. I'm gonna pop on over to that for you guys. Is one of my favorite creators. My friends that actually know me from back in the industry, they're like, she's like you, but Australian. I don't know if I get that vibe off of her, but I do really like this creator for a number of reasons.
Online dating, the internet, dating apps, the DMs. People are saying it's a clown world out there, and it truly is. It truly is. You got men paying millions of dollars to get matches, women be posting tutorial videos on how to do Hinge ultra shortcuts. The general consensus seems like the thing that used to be this revolutionary, new, convenient way to find love, to get pussy, once revered, is now useless, bad, pay to win. And the touch-starved masses are now more so touch-starved and moments away from getting a gun and killing a woman. And hey, maybe you're one of those. Maybe it's you that's gonna go to the hardware store, purchase a Ryobi hammer drill, and make some shit. Go make a chicken coop, go get chickens. Okay, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, that's what you're gonna do instead. In this video, I'm gonna cover a lot. My struggle with antisocial isolation, the goat of all time philosopher who changed my perspective on life, how the internet stopped me from ever being able to use a dating app to find love, and a bowl of piss and cum. Hey, by the end of this video, will I have saved countless lives? I don't know, with this advice I'm about to give, will I have? I don't know, potentially. But first I have someone to confess. I've been playing a lot of the 1997 Age of Empires lately, which really is a game that answers the question, what would the world be like without women or minorities?
What a world, you guys. Also, this is the first instance that I figured out that that's what AOE was abbreviated for, Age of Empires. Apparently it was super big, like World of Warcraft level, and I just had no idea. And that sweet, sweet 30 grams of protein, really kicking it up. So good. Runs, honey, why are you over there pestering Daddy? Come here, love. Come here. Don't you want to explore over here and get close enough for me to grab you up? Isn't that your greatest wish, Mr. Rose? So get over here and get grabbed up? Maybe get over here and get grabbed up, Mr. Rose? Naughty cat, one sec. No. Mr. Runts, it is good and nice to be captured.
I played a lot of AOE Gold Edition growing up. As a kid that spent a lot of time alone and unsupervised, obviously, I unironically found a sense of community on 8-player Border Patrol. It was just me and 7 bots on easiest because I have brain damage. I took it really easy with my little township and I never learned any strats because I didn't have anyone around to tell me that I was playing like adult. So me and the boys would just slowly build our empires for hours until I felt that it was time to send a big daddy in to end the game, you know, end their suffering. I love that janky game so much with its shitty AI and the shitty pathfinding. It was an escape, I think, from that world and the environment that I didn't have any control over. You know, it felt like a little slice of heaven for me. So
for me, I think that would have been RuneScape. That was one of the first things that I downloaded, and it immediately downloaded a virus onto my computer. My parents were not happy with me about that. The second thing to download a virus onto my computer was, let me think here, LimeWire. Would have been LimeWire.
I would always return to me and my little guys, just that little town center, immaculately concepting together, you know, building
bitches.
a little civilization, a little empire, if you will. Just lonely little April clucks in a dimly lit computer room, playing alone. An orchestra. I've gone into this in my previous videos, but a lot of my life was spent alone, just on the computer, and not learning about the world around me. I was spiritually Amish, but instead of building barns,
See, this is where a lot of people go wrong. They're not. Oh no. Am I? Am I glitched? I think I'm glitched.